Clip 1. Chaopao with Dragons. Located on level 3 of the museum, the Fashion and Textiles Gallery features a stunning display of over 30 Chinese robes and modern dress ensembles on loan from the renowned Chris Hall collection of Chinese textiles. The audio tour for this gallery consists of 2 clips and is 8.5 minutes long. The pieces displayed in this gallery were made from the late Qing dynasty to the end of the Cultural Revolution in China. That's the mid-1800s to 1976. Seen together, they present Chinese dress as diverse and evolving, reflecting a century of drastic political, economic, and social-cultural changes in the country. Some of the most striking pieces on display are the elaborate robes of the Qing dynasty, like this court robe called a Chaopao, probably made to be worn by a high-ranking male official during the most formal occasions and audiences with the emperor. The robe is mounted on a T-bar stand inside a glass showcase. It is a one-piece garment with a bodice that flares from the waist like a skirt, outstretched long sleeves measuring 2 meters in wingspan and in horse hoof-shaped cuffs. The garment conveys a sense of authority, grandeur, and power. The robe is made of blue-black silk, a color commonly associated with nobles and higher-ranking officials during the Qing dynasty. There are 3 buttons at the round mandarin collar and 2 under its right arm, which secure this wraparound garment. The front is embroidered with silk floss and gold-wrapped threads. A magnificent golden dragon dominates its center. The dragon faces us directly, eyes locked in a penetrating gaze above its gaping, four-fanged mouth. Its sinuous body forms a reverse letter C, as if twisting in mid-air around a flaming pearl. Each of its 4 limbs brandishes 5 fearsome claws. 2 more dragons swim stretched out above the wave patterns at the waist, and there's 1 atop each shoulder. And a dragon also decorates the end of each sleeve. These dragons are all set amidst a pattern of swirling turquoise clouds and auspicious Chinese symbols. The lower part of the robe features even more dragons. They are embroidered within circular discs called roundels against a backdrop of turquoise clouds. Below the roundels, running the full width of the skirt, is a band of embroidery with 2 long dragons in profile, facing each other, breathing fire. They fly between clouds and swirls and stripes of color that represent waves and mountains. The robe also shows design elements added by the Qing emperors of Manchu background. The Manchurians were a nomadic tribe from the northeast who took control of China in 1644. They incorporated elements from their traditional dress, adapted for their hunting and warrior lifestyle, to Ming Dynasty-style dress worn by the ethnic Han majority. These include the flared lower portion of the robe to accommodate horseback riding. and the horse hoof-shaped cuffs at the end of the sleeves, which were much narrower and more functional than those on older Chinese garments. This may also explain the non-functional square patch near the right hip, perhaps originally a flap to cover a slot that held a sword. Qing dynasty clothing signified rank and status, and strict regulations governed what materials and designs officials could wear. But with the many changes in China brought about by internal rebellion and external invasion in the 19th century, it became difficult to strictly enforce these dress codes. This robe reflects the changes in Chinese court dress at the time. While its blue-black color was meant for nobles and court officials, the inclusion of the 5-clawed dragons is a departure from earlier court robes, where these would have been reserved only for the emperor. New and exciting fashions were also emerging as people were exposed to more knowledge of the wider world. Listen to the next clip to learn more about the evolution of Chinese fashion.